Phew, by hook or by crook, we got the win. Boy, did we need it. This is your instant match reaction to Aston Villa 3, Burnley 2.
Up and running, and Villa is loud.
Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with your instant match reaction to Aston Villa 3, Burnley 2. And wow, we got pushed right to the wire with this game. Not a pretty one by any stretch of the imagination, but we got the win, and we go joint top of the Premier League on 42 points after the halfway stage of the season, which is absolutely amazing. Hitting that Christmas period, 4 points from 3 games. We've got to be fairly satisfied with that, but we made close work of it. And, full credit to Burnley because they really did stretch us. So before we get into the game, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. Massive thanks to you all. We are well over 3,000 now. Very, very close to 3,100 subscribers already. On the road to 4K now. So can we do it in the next couple of months? That would be amazing. So please like, subscribe. Get involved in the comments. I do try and respond to as many as I can. If you want to become a member as well, please click the join button. It's just $1.99 a month, less than the third of the cost of a pint, and you can become an official Villa Park pod follower. So let's get into it. The starting lineup, first of all, on Ollie Watkins, the main picture and his birthday. So happy birthday to you, Mr. Watkins. But Emi Martinez in goal. Ezri Konsa at right back. So obviously Cash still potentially injured. Carlos, Longley and Moreno completing the back four. And then fairly attacking, we've got McGinn and Luiz as the two sitting in midfield. Ramsey and Diaby in the two kind of number 10 positions. Leon Bailey out wide right and Ollie Watkins up front. And yeah, looking at the bench there, a few players missing. You can see there, obviously no Tielemans, no Cash, as I said before. Obviously no Buendia, no Mings. Yeah, it is looking quite bare on the bench there, but still a team that was going for it, really trying to attack. And wanting to put the pressure on Burnley. And we knew that Burnley would play good football. We know that Vincent Kompany sets them up very, very well. And that proved to be the case. Both teams were kind of feeling each other out to start off with in the game. And, Moussa Diaby had an effort that went wide, maybe on about quarter of an hour mark, but nothing really to write home about in terms of chances early doors. Burnley had to make an early change. Delcroix coming on for Jordan Bayer on 17 minutes. But yeah, nothing really to write home about. Burnley were looking threatening with our high line, and Lyle Foster looking threatening up through the middle, as we will come on to in a little while, and Odebear as well, looking quite threatening as well. Brownhill as well, one or two efforts from him. But on 28 minutes, Ollie Watkins was starting to make some runs. He was dropping deep and trying to play one-touch passes, and they weren't really coming off. So he decided, or Emery decided, one of the two decided to start making runs in behind, and it was one of those runs in behind that caught out the Burnley defence. He latches onto a ball, holds it up really well, plays the ball into an area in the box. And it falls to Leon Bailey, who takes a lovely first touch, takes him past Charlie Taylor, and then curls it, strikes it with his left foot, takes a slight deflection on 28 minutes, and it's 1-0 Villa. And we think, right, we've got that goal in the first half, settles the nerves down, settles us really into the game, and let's go on and win the game comfortably. We've been asking for a comfortable victory for a long time, but that wasn't to be the case. Burnley go right up the other end, and Amdouni scores from a set piece. terrible marking. Ball goes over into the box, a header back across, and Amdouni's there, free as a bird in the 6 yard box, puts it in the net on 30 minutes, and it's 1-1 Burnley, and we're bloody hell, we're like, what is going on here? A bit shell shocked, and we're pegged right back, 1-1. And to be fair, it was no more than Burnley deserved. They looked dangerous. Longley was struggling against Lyle Foster, and yeah, like I say, it's just disappointing that we conceded from a set piece. But on 42 minutes, another ball over the top. Ollie Watkins again latching onto it, runs through, and has an effort, and it falls to Diaby, who puts it in, and a great finish. Sorry, Watkins runs through and crosses it across, and Diaby's there to tap it in, and no one really celebrates. This is the situation with VAR, and we don't quite know what to do in these situations because it was very tight. Ollie Watkins potentially could have been offside, but it was Charlie Taylor was playing him well onside, and Diaby gets his goal, and we see Bailey and Diaby scoring in the same game. Great for Moussa Diaby to get his goal. And he did look really sharp in the first half. 2 assists for Ollie Watkins takes him to the top of the assist charts in the Premier League at the moment, I think. So, showing that he's not just about goals, he's all about assists as well. And then we go in at 2-1 at half time. And again, potentially slightly fortuitous, but, putting our chances away and making sure that we go in 2-1. Come out for the second half, not quite at the races, and again, this is the situation with Villa. We tend to be a bit sluggish coming out for second halves, and Burnley kind of arrested the initiative, and again, 1 or 2 threatening moments from Foster. But on 56 minutes, Sander Berg, who'd already been booked towards the end of the first half after that Diaby goal, potentially for dissent, pulls Douglas Luiz back after making a mistake, and referee's got no option but to give him a second booking, and he goes off with a red card. And it's looking then like it's going to be comfortable for Villa. We then go on to miss numerous chances, Moussa Diaby being the biggest culprit. Efforts going wide, efforts going over the bar, and then Jacob Ramsey misses a glorious chance, puts it over the bar. Who Ramsey actually grew into the game and wasn't particularly good in the first half, but came into it in the second half. Could have crowned off a decent performance with a goal, and should have crowned off a decent performance for a goal. James Trafford was performing absolute wonders in goal, saving from McGinn, saving from Diaby. Luiz then has a shot just wide, and you're thinking, you know exactly what is going to happen here. And yes, that absolutely did happen on 71 minutes. Again, ball over the top, exposing our high line. Lyle Foster again exposing Clement Longley's lack of pace, latches onto a ball, takes a couple of touches, and then smashes it into Martinez's near post, and it's 2-2. Again, goes to VAR, but he's well onside. And again, Burnley looked threatening on the break. They really did, and they really did suck us in, and they caused us a lot of problems down their left hand side, our right hand side. They caused constant problems, and looked very dangerous all game. And Foster again deserved his goal. And it was 2-2, and again, the frustrations start to come out. Villa looking a little bit sluggish, a little bit sort of lacking in ideas. Maybe they kind of put everything into trying to get that third goal to make it 3-1 at the time, and the crowd was slightly getting frustrated, but Emery throws on John Duran on 82 minutes, and he's the player who ends up winning the penalty. And I will say wins the penalty. Leon Bailey, great play down the right hand side, gets past Charlie Taylor. He knows Charlie Taylor can't bring him down because they've already got 10 men. He's on a booking, goes into the box, cuts the ball back. It's not the best of cutbacks, but Aaron Ramsey, who's come on for Burnley, miscontrols it. John Duran nips in front of him, and Ramsey catches his foot. John Duran goes down like he's been absolutely poleaxed. Looking at the replays, it was nowhere near that. However, it was a penalty, and up steps Douglas Luiz. He takes a long time with the penalty, and you're thinking this tension is absolutely killing me. And takes a slow run up. Um, not the best of connections. Tries, kind of fools the keeper, sends the keeper the wrong way. Ends up hitting the underside of the bar, bouncing down over the line and into the net. And yeah, wild scenes. Last minute winner from the penalty spot for Douglas Luiz, and yeah, puts Villa into the lead 3-2. And we go on to kind of close out the game fairly comfortably. 9 minutes of added time to go with the 7 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. So you're talking 16 minutes added on, and Villa win the game 3-2. And as I say, go on to 42 points, level with Liverpool, 4 points from this Christmas period of games, which is satisfactory, I would say. It's not brilliant, but we've I said that there would be funny results in this period of games, and we've managed to get a win when some of the players have looked a little bit sluggish. Some of the players trying to find their way into form. I thought Luiz was a little bit slow today, but glad he got the goal. I thought McGinn was hiding a little bit in the first half, but started to come into it in the second half. Same with Ramsey. So we started to play through the lines a little bit more in that second half, which really helped Ramsey. I thought Watkins ran the channels really well. Obviously, got his 2 assists, but wasn't particularly great in the second half for my opinion. I think Bailey is a real danger man. Obviously, gets his goal today, has a massive part to play in the winning goal. But I think we need to use him more. I really, really do. He is absolutely flying at the moment. I think I think Longley and Carlos. I'm not quite sure of that centre half partnership. I'm not quite sure it's got the pace and obviously the quality on the ball that Pau Torres brings. Obviously, Pau Torres came on for Longley, and I think Longley's done great, but you can see those number of games in a row have caught up with him. And same with Moreno. I think there's a little bit more to come from him, although he's always a willing runner down the left hand side. But we've conceded a fair few goals of late, and we need to get back to kind of being that solid side. And we massively need Kamara back. You can see that so much, and it'd be great to have him back. Coming up now for whether he plays against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup or whether we save him for Everton. But big time now. Players can get a bit of a rest, but we can get on with pushing on up the table. But what a win. It was so important for us to get the win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Man of the match for me, I think Leon Bailey is there. He is probably our most dangerous player. It probably would have been Musa Diaby had he put in one or two of the other chances that he had, because I thought he was somewhat back to what he should be, starting to get into spaces. But for me, it was Leon Bailey. I think he was the man of the match. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do we need to do for January? Where do we need to strengthen? Because you can see that squad is creaking a little bit, as are a number of squads in the Premier League. I must say, it's not just Villa. So we are doing fantastically well for the position that we're in. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash that like button on a night like tonight where we've got the victory. Help us on the road to 4K now. We want to hit 4,000 subscribers. As I say, let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll be back with probably a full match reaction coming up soon. Talking tactics as well, as promised, with Gareth, and match previews for FA Cup against Middlesbrough coming up as well. So plenty to come in the week. If we're not on before the new year, make sure you guys have a great new year. Thank you for all your support over 2023. Once again, thank you for watching. And as always, remember, we'll follow the Villa.